Hey guys, I'm Rogut, and this is my rant. We believe in the diversity of thought here on this channel. Alright, so getting right into the topic today. We're going to talk about. I'm making a sequel, yes, a sequel to one of my most popular videos on the channel, the modern video game industry rant. What I've been doing lately with my video games and how I would get back into gaming. And this is the way I want to do it, so be prepared for an opinionated rant. So here it comes, baby. Here it comes. All right. So what I want to say is that I've been selling a lot of my old video game stuff that I don't play anymore. It was just sitting in a closet or on my shelf, my entertainment center, collecting dust. You know, I've made about maybe $800 so far selling this type of stuff, and that's basically like I kind of turned it into a little bit of a side hustle. I'm still keeping some video games. I'm not selling everything, but I'm selling a lot of stuff that I don't use, I don't play anymore. And I'm making a little extra money on the side to to get ahead in life, because that's what we all want to do, right? We want to get ahead in life. We're always looking for ways to better ourselves, or if that's financially, physically, mentally, spiritually, whatever you want to do it. So that being said, I have a lot less games now than I used to, but I don't really play a lot of games anymore because, like I told you about all the things about the modern video game industry and why it turns me off from a lot of games these days, and relating it to a few recent releases at the end of last year. There was the Activision controversy with Bobby Kotick, and like the frat culture atmosphere at Activision, and like his comments towards women or people trying to expose him for things that he's done. And it's like the controversies behind studios is one thing, but when you release terrible rushed products that aren't complete, and you still like, oh well, we're going to charge you $70 now, and it's not going to be a complete game, and you're going to need to buy these microtransactions to better yourself in the game. It's like, oh, not all games do this, but games, they're just like, oh, well, if you buy more microtransactions, you'll have an advantage in the game. Haha, so you actually have to spend more than $70. So in the good old days, games would be like 50 or $60 and they would be complete. And they'd have a ton of content. They could keep you entertained for a long time. And it didn't feel like something was lacking. Like games today are like reduced fat Cheez-Its or diet soda. There's just something missing or empty, or like 0 calorie, fruity drinks. They taste empty. Like there's something there. There's something, but it's not complete. And the thing is, like, some of these games that came out, like Battlefield 2042, there was a long list of features that were missing at launch, like a server browser, or like classes. I'm not going to list all of the things that it was missing. You could go anywhere else for that type of information, that long list. There's a lot of gaming channels out there that will tell you all of those things. But when you have that many things like missing at launch that the other Battlefield games had, like, what are you doing? It needed more time in the oven. It just did. Like, you're releasing an unfinished game, and then you're like, oh, why are people reacting? Why are people upset? Well, it's because the last game was a game, and this is like you're releasing like an alpha. So it's like, oh, buy a $70 alpha. Like, yeah, that works. That people are gonna just be super receptive. They're not gonna care, and they're just gonna blindly buy your product just as much as the last one. I think people are smarter than you give them credit for. DICE, EA, Activision, Sledgehammer, whatever company is behind the last Call of Duty. I didn't buy this year's Call of Duty. Like, this is the first year I didn't buy a COD. I was like, screw it. I'm not doing this. I'm not buying an unfinished game. And there's been and then the other games that came out last year. I can't really think of a bunch of them right now, but again, dedicated gaming channels. And I'll tell you, this is the way I'm going to get back into gaming. I mean, you still can't get a PS5 or an Xbox One right now. They're still very hard to find. If you do want one, you're going to be paying well over MSRP for them. You're gonna be spending like six, seven, eight, 900,000, $1,200 just to get your hands on one of these things, and the storage on them is piss poor unless you get like an NVMe, like an expansion drive to expand the storage, because these games are so massive. they've ballooned into these huge 80, 90, 100 gigabyte games, and they're not even complete. And it's like, oh well, we'll just release multiple patches that are like 10 gigabytes each that take forever to download, and then your game will be complete after a year. Does that sound good? No, it doesn't sound good. The way I'm going to be getting back into gaming is if, you know, like when the Xbox Series X or S or whatever becomes more readily available and I can buy it at MSRP, and then it'll be the Netflix of gaming. I'll just buy Game Pass and I'll have access to all these new titles and all these games, and basically I'll be a beta tester. I'll be paying $12.99 or whatever it is a month to be a beta tester, because that's what these games come out now these days. And that's how I would really get back into gaming and be more about it, because like waiting for the reviews to come out and like waiting to see what the quality of the game is before you buy it is extremely important these days. And that's how I'm going to get back into gaming. I hope you guys enjoyed my little rant there. If you liked what you saw, hit that like button. And if you didn't like the content, if you didn't like my shirt, my topic, or my face, just remember to smash that dislike button. It gives me a chance to improve, make better content, make more content, and then just get better overall with what I'm doing. All right, guys. If you want to see more crazy videos from this crazy guy, hit that subscribe button. It's free, and that notification bell. It might work, it might not. I'd love to see what you guys have to say in the comments down below. I know you'll be typing down there. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching and all the support lately on the channel. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Have a great rest of the day. I'll see you next time.